Rear sway bar install is complete, baby. Now, I'm gonna get around and greasing all these fittings. But dog, look at this lat. Look at this lat now. Look at that lat. That baby clean. I stopped by when I was on my way through and got the number off of it. I'm gonna call them and see how much they want for that baby. That baby clean. Yeah, so a Cadillac was my first ever old school. A 1989 Fleetwood Brougham. I was 19 years old. I paid $800 for that car. $800. And it's right over here in the hood. Right over here where I grew up at. I'm gonna call them and see how much they want for that, baby. Yes, sir. YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Southside Nate, back with another episode of the Box Chevy Build. And on this episode, man, we're gonna get this rear QA1 sway bar installed, grease all the fittings, and we might even bleed the brakes on this episode, man. Let's get it. So yeah, man, we're getting straight to it on this episode. I already got everything laid out. Got my structures right here. I am gonna have to do a little bit of modifications to add this for the sway bar link. I think the stock exhaust bracket is in the spot where I need to put that, so I'm gonna have to take that off. And then I think it should be an existing hole down there, but I just have to drill another hole. Very, very minimal on the modifications that's needed to do this. It's very straightforward instructions. I mean, like, it's literally that page and this page, and she installed. You know what I'm saying? So, very simple process. We're gonna get down up under this car and get to work, man. Let's get it. Now these, now if you got like big wheels on your car, they sell an extension for this. They kind of look like the tie rod sleeve, but mine is gonna be stock ride height, below stock ride height, so this would be fine. Just assemble that like that. Y'all already know, read your instructions. Read your instructions. I'm gonna give y'all a little walkthrough of it as we go. So this will be somewhat of a how-to video to get this installed. Okay, so take one of these, you put the jam nut on it, screw it all the way down. Once you get it on the car, then you can adjust everything the way you need it. Screw that all the way down, and you put the sleeve on top of it. Screw that down. And you got two of these. One go on that side, one go on that side, and then this goes into the mountain like that. All right, now you want to put this part right here in there. That way you have access to the lock nut, so you can do your adjustment. So I like to get everything squared away before I even get under the car. That way, once I get down there, I know what's going on. All right, so this will go on it. That'll go on that end like that. And then this will come through like that. This end connects to the sway bar. That's why I got that little sleeve right there. It go inside the sway bar, which I'll show y'all that once I'm up under the car. So I got both of these mocked up. When it comes to the bushing, it's already a little greasy from the packaging. But when you install it, make sure put a little grease on it. Slow your roll, big fella. Now this is all of the hardware, which is something I like to do, is go ahead and get all this situated before I get down there. That way I ain't gotta fight with it when I'm down there. Make sure everything is accounted for. But I don't know if the camera be picking up these mosquitoes, but boy, they out here. They are out here. Yeah, I'm recording this whole process so y'all can see. This is how I usually do it, you know what I'm saying? Just make stuff easier on yourself. Alright. Whole bunch of washers. 2 of those. And the rest of them are the same size. 2, 4, 8, 2 more. Go on these. Yep. Yep. These going outside right there. Yep. Yep. Alrighty. So now I just gotta figure out where all the washers go. Let's see. 2, 4, 6. 8. 10. I think 2 more gonna go with that. These 2 I'm guessing go with that. Going down. You check over the instructions. It don't actually show where the washers go, but it will tell you in the instructions where the washers go. And I cut y'all back on. Let's get it. Okay, YouTube, so I'm back. Alright. So, as y'all can see, I forget what these things called. But one of them is smaller. Okay, the smaller one goes with this. The ones that are the same size, the taller ones, go in the top part of this. Like that. Just want to show y'all that because it'd be a bit confusing and you might get it mixed up. And the instructions say apply some anti-seize to these threads. So, gotta follow them instructions, especially if you want them to honor the warranty just in case something happens. So make sure I get some under the jam nut too. I'm just gonna screw the jam nut all the way up and then apply the anti-seize. Bro, I'm fighting mosquitoes. I'm sorry if I'm doing a lot of moving. It says a small amount, but man, it'd be a lot on that brush. Screw that baby back down. Yeah, boy. Screw that down. Put a little bit more. Get off of that, get off of that. Put a little bit more on top. Alright. And put it back on. Alright, some of that excess off. Alright, finish screwing that baby down. I'm gonna clean it up some more once I get them on there, but it say small amount. Read them instructions. But yeah, like I was saying, these 2 go on the top. Like that. And let's go in the bottom. Oh, get it off. Boom. And then take 1 washer and 1 jam nut. And like I said, the instructions will let you know exactly how many washers go where. See, for the mountain bracket, you use the 1-inch hardware with 2 washers and 1 nylon nut. So each one of these take 2 bolts, 2 washers, 2 jam nuts. Or 2 bolts, 4 washers, 2 jam nuts for each one. Hold up, swole up. Alright, like I was saying. And instructions say, put some grease in there. Yeah, make sure you do that. Alright, got everything laid out, ready to go. All of the hardware is a 15mm, except that jam nut right there, that's a 19mm. But the rest of it is 15mm. I want to show y'all that right quick. This is literally all it takes to put it in. I got a step bit because I got to drill a hole, I got the center punch, and I got the impacts. And a ratchet. It's go time, man. Let's get it. Hopefully there's a good amount of light down here. I ain't got my light out, but I might bust it out in a second. But this mount right here, I gotta take this off. This was where the one of the exhaust mounts. I think this factory, cause the aftermarket one is over there is way smaller. So let's see if we can get this baby off. I don't think it's no nut. Oh, it is. Damn, it's a nut on top of it. Alright, got one out. Yeah, there's a nut on there. Look at that. Alright. Got that down out my way. I should have took this off before I painted the damn frame. Let's see how it looks. Oh yeah. And I might have to cut the other one off too. Cause I think this the hole. I think that's the hole right there. Like that. Get them out there like that. And then you drill another hole. I'm gonna have to make that hole bigger also. Yeah, that exhaust thing will have to come off the other side, and that one is welded on. It's in the way. It gotta go. Yep. Let me check the instructions right quick and I'll cut y'all back on. I think I'm gonna see if I can find a wire wheel and clean this up too. And I'll probably hit it with like some epoxy primer. Just clean that up. Now, let's see if we can get this other. See if we can get this off. It just got a weld right here on this side and one on that side. 2 welds on it. Let's see if I can get them cut off so I can get this out my way. Boy, I'm up under this car. Can y'all see it, YouTube? Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna be good enough. Like I got this one on the side here pretty good. I'm gonna get something, see if I can pry it in here, get it off. The well should be good. Oh shit, I don't hit the camera. Alright, there she go. She off. Exhaust mount. Alright, so I got both of the exhaust mounts out my way. Let's get all that out my way too. Don't need that no more. Don't need the cutoff wheel and no stuff no more. Alright. Alright. Get the white wheel out my way. Gotta make that hole bigger for the mount. Let's make sure the screw fit. Yep. All right, got that nice and flat. So yeah, it fit through. I already drilled this one out. Fit through there. All right, now that we got more, now let's go ahead and get this baby mounted up, man. Let's get it. This baby Lord, I used to can roll right up under here like it won't nothing. That baby's still working, man. I done clocked it. All right, so the bracket go like that. Got one bolt with one washer. Put it through. And you take another washer and a jam nut. On top. All right. And then we'll use the center punch, boom, and then we'll have to drill another hole. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and mock up the sway bar. The instructions say just let it hang here loosely. Make sure you're getting everything lined up correct. Let's see. Just gonna go like that. Yeah. When you're doing this stuff by yourself, you learn to get creative. Oh, the fucking gold washers for that damn so don't fit over these. I gotta go back to the instructions. Alright, that side up. Y'all don't know what the hell these gold washers for. It was in the pack with this. But All right, YouTube, I got both of the holes drilled. Put that around. And the instructions, they do say that this can be mounted either way. You get this bad boy right here. Dang. Slide that up in there. Like so. And that go right there like that. Put a washer and a lock nut. And there she go. Everything just mocked up. They got a couple torque specs on there. But yeah, there she go. Why? Oh yeah. And once it tighten up, yeah boy. Oh yeah. Man, let's get it, YouTube. Ooh, battery about dead. But yeah, y'all see I got that baby on now. It's just mocked up, nothing's tight. The instructions say mock it up loosely until you get everything lined up correctly. Make sure everything the way you want it. Then you go to square, tighten it down. Yeah. Rear sway bar installed. Almost complete. Now I just gotta torque everything down. And then we're gonna bust out that grease gun, man. We're gonna grease every fitting on this car, baby. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. I mean, without me cutting them brackets off, the install of this probably about 30 minutes tops, if that. This is sweet. QA1 for the win, baby. Oh yeah. Check for clearance. I don't know. It look pretty decent. And then this right here, the rear end, it's a change because of the ride height of the vehicle. So once the rear end hit the ground, this right here should adjust. Oh no, I might have to put the wheels on this baby while I just got it loosely mocked up. Put the wheels up here, drop it down to check for ground clearance. Yes, sir. But I know once the rear end go up, a couple of this right here gonna adjust. But yeah. Yeah, once this come down, once this hit the ground with the wheels on it, that sway bar should adjust because of the frame. The front part is on the frame. Yeah. Right now, that'll be the lowest point. Yep. Alright, YouTube, so the sway bar install is complete. Now the only thing that has to get torqued are the mounting brackets. So the bolts right here on the U-bolts, those get torqued to 51 or 50 foot-pounds. And the brackets up here those bolts right there get torqued to 31 foot-pounds. So those are the only things that need to be torqued. And this right here, you can't tighten these up until you got the car at ride height. So everything else is tight except for these. These are the only ones I didn't tighten up because the car isn't at ride height. Now when I had them jack stands right here, it had the car at ride height, but now I had to move them over there. But I'll do that another time. But yeah, the rear sway bar install is complete. I found the bolt. I found the bolt for that that sensor too. Yes, sir. But yeah, man. Rear sway bar install is complete, baby. Now, I'm gonna get around to greasing all these fittings. I gotta go to AutoZone to get me some grease for my grease gun. But I'm about to grease every fitting on the car. Every grease fitting that's up here about to get hit with some grease. And then we can check that off the list. So sway bar checked off the list. Everything in the rear checked off the list, baby. Let's get it. That bad boy looks good down there too. Still might have to do some adjusting. I know I can adjust those right there, bring them down some, but I'll do all that once I get the vehicle at ride height, and then I can get everything squared away. So we'll do that another day. But the sway bar is installed. This will be a how-to video. Up until this point, that's how to install your rear sway bar. But yeah, man, it's go time. Yes, sir. It's daytime. I ain't got no light down here, but it look pretty good from what I'm looking at on the camera. Look pretty decent under here with the lighting. But yeah, man. See where that baby mounted up right there? Well, this came out nice. I gotta bend my little bracket back on my brake line. I had to make some clearance for this U-bolt to get through on both sides. I just gotta put my little brackets back on, my little clamps. But yeah, man, that's where we at, YouTube. Rear QA1 is installed. And I'll cut y'all back on when I get my grease. Let's get it. Alright, YouTube, I got my grease gun, some cotter pins, and some paper towels ready to go. Get up under here. I'm gonna grease all the fittings first. Then I got some cotter pins, a couple spots on the tie rods and stuff that I need to install some cotter pins. And it's go time. I just want to go ahead and get everything greased. I can check that off the list, man. Let's get it. Now on my tie rod ends over there, I'm gonna have to take the tires off to grease them. But I'm gonna get online. AutoZone got them too. I think I just seen them in AutoZone. I'm gonna get some of them 90s. That way I won't have to take the tire off every time I need to grease those. And right here, I'm gonna need to put some 90s right here too. That way that I can have it sticking down. That way I ain't gotta worry about, can you see it? Yeah, right there. That way I can put a 90 on it, and that way it'd be sticking down or to the side. That way I ain't gotta worry about moving nothing in order to get it. I can just hit it, boom, keep it moving. Yeah, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cotter pins. So yeah, 6 cotter pins I gotta put in. So I just bought a whole assortment of them. Can't never have too many of those, honestly. But I'm gonna show y'all how to do 1 or 2, and then I'm gonna put it on time lapse for the rest of it. I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward. Then I got this electric grease gun. This gonna be my first time using it. Yep. That's it. It don't take much, man. It do not take much. You can actually see the boot moving once the grease get in there. Yep. I'm gonna grease everything, sway bar, everything. Be nice if I go ahead and take these caps off. I don't want to be fighting with them. Alright, that popped all the way up. Sway bar. And I'm just using some all-purpose grease. Ain't nothing special. Get your rag, just wipe that excess off. And anyone that got caps, make sure you put the caps back on. Simple as that. But yeah, I gotta grease the control arms, everything. So man, let's get it. Alright, YouTube, that's official. I got all of the grease fittings greased. And I'm gonna show y'all what I was talking about. You see on that fitting, on that trailing arm, that fitting got like a 90 where it's facing out this way. That way I can get the grease gun up in there with no issue. So yeah, I gotta get one of those. I gotta get 4 of those for the front tie rods. But yeah, other than that, everything grease, man. Sway bar, controller arms, everything all the way around the car, except those 4. I'm gonna go get those 90s, install those on the tie rod ends, and that's a wrap. And I do think before I leave here today, I'm gonna go ahead and jack this rear end up. Cause once I jack the rear end up, that'll put it at ride height. So I'm gonna jack the rear end up and go ahead and tighten down this rear sway bar. Go ahead and torque it down so it'll be all the way squared away. Let's get it. All right, YouTube, so I had these tie rod things backwards. All right, so now you see I swapped them, and now the fitting right there sticking out the bottom, I can grease that, and over here it's sticking out the side, I can grease that. The way I figured out they was wrong is I'm about to go ahead and tighten these down, put the cotter pins in. This one was over there. It wasn't even enough thread sticking out for me to tighten it down in order to get a cotter pin through. And I noticed that this part right here is smaller than this part right here. So I just swapped them, flipped it, and then it's perfect. So now I can go ahead and put a cotter pin in and grease everything up. But this and these need to be painted. I'm trying to decide if I want to take these off and paint them. I probably could paint this while it's still on the car, because I don't feel like it ain't tight. Oh yeah, I gotta go through the frame to get it. I don't know, I'll probably paint this while it's on the car, but I might take these back off and go ahead and paint them, and then put them back on the right way and install the cotter pins. Yeah, that's the move. And then the only parts is rusted. 1, 2, 3. The rest of it look good. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I install all the cotter pins. Just want to show y'all that right quick. All right, YouTube, I'm gonna close this out right here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out right here. Like I said, I'm gonna take those tie rods off so I can clean them up, paint them. I was gonna jack up the rear end and go ahead and tighten up the sway bar, but it ain't no need to do that yet until I get the pinion angle set. So I'm gonna order my transmission cross member today. It'll be here by next Friday. Once I get the trans in, I already got my drive shaft on the back of the truck. I'm gonna clean that up this weekend. Get the transmission cross member, get everything squared away before I tighten this up and torque it down. But everything is being greased except those 4 fittings on the tie rods, and I'm gonna grease those after I paint it and get it back on the car, get everything tight, then I grease those up. But other than that, man, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one out right here. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Summer rain is on her way. I mean, this baby that close. That close. Like I said, I'm just trying to get everything squared away to the point to where all I have to do is get it tuned. And once I get it tuned, I can actually drive it. So that's where I'm at, man. Everything is getting buttoned up and squared away, dog. It's go time, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all jump off in the comments. Let me know what y'all thinking. But yeah, man, it is go time. I mean, I'm that close to firing this baby up and driving it. That close. Once I install that transmission cross member, I'm gonna mount all my lines. My return line need to be mounted. My feed line is already mounted. All I had to add when I put the fuel pressure regulator on was a return line. That's what you see hanging right there. I already got the clamps for that, so I'm gonna mount that. I'm gonna put the clamps on my brake lines, get those squared away. Transmission cross member, set pinion angle. Transmission cross member, install transmission, set pinion angle, and it's go time. I'm gonna grab some more adapters, some wheel adapters for the back, so I'll be able to put my wheels back on. I think I might be straight because in the back of these wheels, look at this. This don't make no sense. But if you notice, in the back of the wheels, it got like that little space right there. So hopefully once I put the adapter on, any more of the stud that's sticking through, hopefully it'll catch inside that space right there. Fingers crossed on that. So I'm gonna test that theory out. I got the wheel adapters on the bubble right now. I might take them off the bubble just to test it out before I order some to make sure I ain't wasting no money. But yeah, I gotta get my grease gun from down there. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for right now. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace. I still gotta wire up my fans.